Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the VeloGrapher. Early in the morning and just headed on the way to Whaleback along Roe Highway for a hills ride. What better way to start a random Tuesday morning with a hills ride, right? Beautiful, glorious sunshine. So on the Roe Highway, this is actually not Roe Highway yet, this is Freeway South, and just headed down towards Roe Highway and see these two guys going on hybrid bikes, going pretty quick, 30 plus. My legs are still a little bit cold and stiff, and so I just trail behind. But it's so nice to see people out and about riding. These guys are probably in their 50s. Had a chat with them after I went past, and yeah, just so happy to see people out and about enjoying riding their bikes. Slight incline here, I think about 4%, and the guys are just gunning it. I actually thought they were on e-bikes, but they're not. So kudos to them, very nice. Hope you guys had a enjoyable ride. Things got a little interesting when I arrived at Farrington, where Freeway North and Roe intersect, and you're going to see about that in a second. Well, this is going to be interesting. The main route to Roe Highway is closed, and on the way here there were so many barriers set up. It's going to be interesting how I get to today's ride and get back. Let's see. So many road closures today. I'm actually not really sure how to get home later. Might have to go via Shelley instead of the bike path. So we'll see what happens. Today's ride is going to take us to a beautiful place in Kalamunda called the Zigzag Scenic Lookout. I'm a bit tired because we're going uphill and my legs aren't feeling the best, but brought my camera out anyways because I think it's worth. I've got my little drone at the back too, and we'll try to take some nice drone shots. Man, I'm shot. Let's ride. The pathway along the road, so we're heading west from the eastern part of Roe Highway across towards where Lance stays. It's a beautiful part, and this section is called Stairway to Heaven. It's quite interesting. It's almost like little steps if you come up and going down as well. But it's a bit of a dangerous blind spot here, even though people like to bomb down this track, because there's an intersection over here which is blind. You can't really tell if someone's coming across and if they're going straight. Almost crashed a couple of times, but anyways. This beautiful morning was getting a little bit warm. Temperature at this point was already 28 degrees, which was supposed to be the maximum for today, but it's actually gone up to about 32 now. Can't trust the weather report, eh? So out of the saddle just to get up the hill a little bit, just to maintain my speed, and a left here at Whaleback just before the Nicholson Road exit. Just arrived at Whaleback. It's a golf course right there, and this is where Lance lives. We're supposed to meet here at 7 o'clock, 6:50, so I'm just gonna go by his house. So we are waiting for Nick and his dad and uncle.
I think so.
And we're headed to it. So I mentioned earlier we're going to go to Zigzag. It's a bit of a beautiful place overlooking from the hills, Kalamunda out towards the city, and going up Crystal Brook.
Once again,
No PR from me today. legs feel a bit tired. Should be able to make it up. PR for you?
We'll see.
Let's see. So, I want to start a conversation about 7. Apparently, 2024's route is not confirmed.
No.
And there are rumors that it's going to be 4,200 meters of climbing. This year's edition was 3,002, and next year's is rumored to be 4,000. What do you think? Morning.
Fun times. Top at 30%, so
30%? What?
apparently there's one climb that maxes out at 30%. So make sure you have the grannies ready.
When I registered, I saw the route. I didn't realize it was this year's route.
Yeah, it was this.
Yeah, so I thought 3,200, that's a lot, but still hopefully manageable.
Yeah.
And then I had a chat with someone who registered, and he said, "No, mate, it's 4,002 next year." I'm like, shit.
It's not confirmed though, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, choice of bike. What bike are you planning to ride?
Lightest possible bike.
Lightest possible bike.
Probably a CX frame.
CX frame.
Yeah,
More aggressive.
probably yes.
So what's gonna happen with your Canyon Grail?
Give it to someone who's appreciates it more than I do.
Ooh, okay.
Well, not give, but exchange for cash.
Sounds good. I need a gravel bike.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what to get yet. I had a close look at my bike, and this is not going to fit any gravel tires anytime soon.
No way.
So I can't ride a road bike for this course. I'll need to get a gravel bike. Yeah.
Just say no road bikes allowed.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't read the fine print. So, what bike do you think I should get my hands on to ride for this race? Training has to start really soon, so I'm really going to start upping my trainer road sessions. Probably less time on the road, maybe just spend weekends out on rides like this, or recovery rides, but serious training will be on the trainer. What's your training plan like?
Long distance. I think volume.
Out on the
works
road
better
or
for me.
out on
Yeah,
the road?
out on the road. I think volume works better for me rather than short, intense sessions. So I'll do that.
I'm choosing to go on trainer because the sun is going to be hot. Summer is coming. Unless you wake up super early.
True. But also, I don't want to have the aircon on all day, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick is late, as usual. You know this is going on YouTube, right? As usual.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, let's see how late he is. It is, what time is it now? 7:05. 5
Bring
minutes
back
late.
that rule that late comers buy coffee.
Oh, that's true. Hey, quickly message him now then. Late comers buy coffee.
You know what I need. Tus flores, flores morado. Flores, flores morado, baby. Dime si te acuerdas cuando estaba aquí. Purple flowers, escuchando a Dakiti. Ey. Siempre en mi mente cuando piense en ti. Hablándome en otro idioma, sí, baby. Ey, sarahanda mare, yo, sarahanda mare, yo. Dímelo lento, baby, más lento. Sarahanda mare, yo, sarahanda mare, yo, sarahanda mare, yo. Dímelo lento, baby, más lento. Sarahanda mare, yo, yeah.
Just arriving at the foothills of the Perth Hills, and at the foot of Crystal Brook. So very soon things are just going to go uphill. It is a false flat at the moment, and we're still taking it easy, which is nice. Beautiful scenery. It's a little bit smoky. There were some bushfires, I think 2 days ago. Pretty bad in the High Wycombe area and also in the hills and near the airport in Jandakot. So every time it comes to this time of the year, bushfires all around. So there's a total fire ban. No lighting of naked flames outdoors because everything can just go kaboom. Okay, we have arrived at the Crystal Brook climb. Just a right turn and we start the climb. That hill behind me looks innocent enough, but trust me, it's a So taking the left-hander over there, it goes straight up, goes around the corner to the right, and then pitches up. Let's see how we do today. So here is a Velo viewer view of the Crystal Brook climb. Now this is the whole long route from Welshpool Road, and it's about 3 kilometers. But what we're doing is just the last kilometer, which is really the worst part. So it's like orange all the way to red. The average gradient over there, I think it's like 8%, and it pitches up to about 14-15% at its maximum right at the end. And that's where it hurts you the most, because going up already it's like really tiring once you go around the bend, and then the end is like sort of in sight but not in sight because it curves to the left. So you know you're getting up there, but mate, the end seems like it's never gonna come. So here we begin the climb. Lance has kicked off early, the guys are behind. I think Nicholas is behind me, followed by his uncle and his dad. And I'm just pushing on the big ring right now. So far so good going up. Now this is going to be a bit of a long commentary. I did it in 5 minutes and 17 seconds. My best time was about 5 years ago, maybe 2017, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. So a full minute behind my time. And I can see Lance there. 900 meters to go. Just standing up and powering away. I'm still seated with about 900 meters to go at this point. This first bit, before the road pitches up, you always have a lot of energy in your legs, and sometimes you can overcook yourself going up, pushing about 400 or 500 watts. But here I'm doing about 350 thereabouts, and just going up, trying to pace myself. I'm in the big ring, clinging onto my hoods and just spinning. Now in this bit it gets a little bit flat. It's like a false flat, but it's still about 4% I believe, and it curves around to the right. Coming down this section is pretty epic, and if you go really fast, it's not sketchy. You just got to take the right line. And so here I'm still pushing on. 700 meters to go. Lance is still pulling away, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna catch him, just go at my own pace. I remember going up this hill for the first time and really almost running out of gears. The last bit where it goes up, it was so super painful. Imagine you're in like your small chainring in front and the biggest one at the back, and you're spinning and you're going, looking down, and you're going like 8 kilometers an hour, 7 kilometers an hour. At this point I am in my big ring still, and I'm contemplating, should I jump down to the smaller chain ring and just try to spin. My legs are burning, and I don't know about you guys, but I had a feeling like I would prefer to stay in the big ring and try to push it. I was on my biggest cog at the back, so big in the front, big at the back, just pushing it. I would rather know that I've got more gears to go up if I really need it than to switch to my lightest and easiest gear and struggle up. Now you can see Lance is right there. He's just a tiny little speck in front, and he's gonna make that left-hander, and that's where it really pitches up. That part of the hill, the gradient super steep. I'm gasping for air here. I'm like trying to breathe, trying to push, gripping the hoods. using my core and just pushing. I look down and I think this is like 200 meters to go, and I go like, stuff it, I'm not going to look at the Wahoo anymore, I'm just going to go for it. Stand up, pedal. Seems like it's never ending. You can sort of see the end there over on the left hand side, and all these cars coming by going up so quickly. I'm like, I wish I had a bigger motor in my legs. So this is the part where just about here, I think it's about 100 meters to go, and my legs were really burning. I sit back down and try to push. Legs are burning. But I tell myself, Nat, you just gotta get up to the top. Keep spinning. You're not gonna get off the bike and walk. Nope. No walk of shame for you. Desperate now, I'm in the red, and actually asking myself, what have I decided to do today? Crystal Brook on a Tuesday morning. This last bit here, final push. If you're riding Crystal Brook, you know this last curve very well. It's just super steep. You can see my handlebars are going left, right already. I'm staying in the bike lane, but it's just super tiring. I'm hoping to see Lance at the top. And when I get to the top, I realize he's not there, and I go like, what? Where'd he go? And so once I saw the cars up in front all stop, I knew, okay, I was almost there. This last bit picks up super steep, and I'm just pushing, because the moment the road levels out, man, you feel it in your legs. Everything feels super easy once again. And it's just about here, just about right here where it goes, whew, finally at the top, some respite. I wait and cross the road. I see Lance on the other side. All clear, good to go. And Lance is on the opposite side there, waiting. I do a quick check left. Traffic's clear, and I go across. That was a crazy, brutal climb. What would happen would be Uncle Benny would be actually walking up the climb, because he, in his words, he ran out of gears, but he made it.
Good.
Reached the top of Crystal Brook. A long road for waiting for the rest of the guys. Lance was flying up. What were you doing?
I was trying to maintain 300.
Did you manage to?
I think so. Still a bit of a struggle, but getting there.
I kept in a big ring today, and just grinding. Let me just show you how I feel right now after having climbed that. I feel like this poor chap over here, who's really flattened. Oh, all the damn flies. Whew. There we go. Made it. Uncle Benny made it. Walking up. It is a brutal climb. If 7 is going to be like that, at this current state, I'm going to be dying 1,000 deaths.
Yeah, same. It'll be a lot stronger.
So here we are on Les Moody Road. I'm just behind Uncle Benny. He's wearing this Brewworks ANZA kit. So ANZA stands for Australia, New Zealand, and it's a cycling club in Singapore. That's where he lives, and he's riding his brother's Linsky. So we're riding along Les Moody Road here, and on the way to Kalamunda, where we're gonna have coffee at Mason and Bird. That's Uncle Benny over there. That is his brother Alex. That's Nick's uncle. There's Nick over there wearing the PDCC kit. And yeah, I take the front and head off to Mason and Bird. Enjoy the sights.
You set my world on fire. 비가 오면 닿은 손 꼭 붙잡고 마음속에 불꽃 되어 작은 온기 전해주기.
Riding in the Perth Hills is really quite different from riding in the suburbs. It's a little bit cooler because you're at slight elevation, less traffic, and overall just different. It's quite nice. And so right here, making a right turn to Mason and Bird. And if you haven't been to this part of Kalamunda, it's a beautiful place. There's also the train museum where you can look at all the old trains and stuff like that right next to Mason and Bird. So look it up, Mason and Bird. They've got nice coffee as well, coffee and cakes. One of my favorite is the orange with poppy seed. I didn't have that today, but I didn't have a good oat flat white.
새벽 2시 폰을 열어.
We're at Mason and Bird and they've got really good cakes and coffee. So we're just gonna order some coffee, have a seat, have a chit chat, catch up. It's a really picturesque place up at Kalamunda, next to the Kalamunda shops. Beautiful place. If you're in the area, this is definitely a place you gotta come by, check out the cakes.
이제 정신 차리고 제대로 생각해봐.
Benny and Nick are staying back. Their families are coming up for breakfast at Mason and Bird. Lance and I are going to head to the Zigzag and then head home. Clear? Zigzag Scenic Drive. The road from Kalamunda Central, or the town, down to the Zigzag is a downhill and it's a very fast one. Here we're bombing down at around 50 k's an hour, sometimes close to 60, so very, very nice. I think it's one of the most beautiful descents in Perth. If you disagree, let me know which one you really like, but I really enjoy this one because you got really nice open roads, wide turns, and you really don't have to slow down or use the brakes much at all. Just sit up if you need to slow down a little bit, or just go down into the drops or hoods, or tuck yourself down if you want to go faster. As you can see here, we can take the corners at speed. So good. Just lean into it and whee, off you go. It's really nice. Traffic is not much of an issue here. Not too many cars come up this way because it's mostly just houses, and the houses are few and far between. It's not like bang next to each other. So here we're just going down towards the Zigzag, and I'm just enjoying every moment. You're gonna see the Perth City on the left later on when we make the round, and yeah, really, really beautiful. I got some drone footage, so I'll try to pair it up with the action cam footage shortly. Enjoy. So here we are on the Zigzag Scenic Drive, and this is the first sector before the first turnaround. Actually, maybe the second, but I've got the Hover X1 out and it's following us at the back. We're not going that fast because the Hover X1 can only do about 25 k's an hour. It's actually a little bit sketchy. You can see the shadow on the left there of the hover. The wind was quite strong, so it did pretty well, all things considered. The Zigzag Scenic Drive is really, really nice, and once a year or twice a year they have a what do you call that? it's like a fair. So pop-up stores come up, and on the whole scenic drive, you have like random shops selling food, selling stuff. So it becomes a whole market. Yeah, that's right. That's a market. And all these little nooks here, yeah, all the markets are there. So it's really, really nice. As you're riding as well, and you look over to the right, you can see Perth City, kilometers away, quite far, but within sight. So it's pretty good. Very, very nice. And before 11 a.m, if you are cycling, you can cycle up, because they close they basically close the gate and access to cars during certain times of the day. So once the time comes, then it opens up. You can drive down. You cannot drive up. It's a one-way street for the zigzag. So if you're cycling, you can cycle up. If you're walking, you can walk up as well until 11 o'clock. That's the cutoff. So for the Hover X1, I must say that it does a pretty good job. I think it's best suited for when you're climbing. I didn't have it out during the climb up Crystal Brook just because there were so many vehicles, and I didn't want to deal with any of that stuff if the drone sort of fell out of the sky. So yeah. And from there, this is a continuation of the zigzag. After I packed the drone, we sped up and went a little bit quicker downhill, and it's just really fun, the Zigzag Scenic Drive. So it's worth going to Kalamunda and going down the zigzag. It's also very nice to go up. It's a good climb. It's a good gentle climb up. The zigzag is one of the most scenic downhill routes to take. Even from Kalamunda, riding towards the zigzag is so smooth, sweeping bends, really nice gradient, and best of all, amazing views. And if you jump online, search for the Kalamunda Zigzag Markets. It happens, I think, once or twice a year. And this whole place is full of like food trucks and everything. You can walk up and down and enjoy. When you exit the zigzag, you can turn left or turn right onto Ridge Hill Road. In this case, we turned left and we're headed towards Maida Vale. And yep, I'm tucked down because we're bombing down here at about 65 k's an hour. Lance is in his usual super tuck. I don't like to go down there. Maybe I'm not too flexible, or I don't feel as safe. So I just grip the drops and just get as aero as I can. That's why I'm pedaling. He's just freewheeling all the way. That shows you how much of an aero advantage you can get if you can get into a very aero position. Nice and low, arms tucked in. His hands are actually on the tops, and he's just going and going and going. If you like speed, love downhill sections, nice sweeping turns with hardly any traffic, Ridge Hill Road is a good place. So come down from the zigzag, chuck a left, and just cruise all the way to Maida Vale. Into the ride, I am cooked, absolutely cooked. Even asked Lance for a ride home, but we'll see what happens. I'm too cooked. I'm too cooked. It's 31 degrees, man.
It is.
Hot.
A bit warm.
I'm out of water. More importantly, out of energy.
Want a can of Coke?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. Might give me the second wind to get home. A few seconds later. I got stung by a bee here. Oh, it hurts. Stupid bee. Oh shit. This is Atlantis now. Got a Fanta and some antihistamine, so hopefully not much swelling. I got the stinger out pretty quick, but still I can feel slight swelling. 610 meters of elevation, that's it, and I am bonked. I'm glad that 7 is not next week. It's next year. But I've got a long way to go. Long way to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Ride safe, and hope you guys enjoyed the scenic view of the Kalamunda Zigzag today. Cheers. Ciao for now.